Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 Hour to make the best game ever. Okay, so let's continue with preparing the commits for the change. Yeah. Okay. So the last one was decouple this sync. How about we add a comment here on display? Let me say redraw the entire step. Display.h. Redraw the entire display. Let me search for this guy here. Let's call this step all step to one logic step. Okay, then we go to W3D display. Let's go to this function, add a comment above here. Super hackers. Add twig all the logic step. So the WW3D sync is no longer tied to the frame rates, but is advanced separately on every logic tick. So tied to the render frame rate, but is advanced separately on every logic tick, every logic update. To the, let's say to the draw. separately for every logic update. Maybe we shouldn't call it logical step. Maybe do one fixed update step, fixed time step. That's better. Do one fixed time step. Because this is not necessarily tied to logic. Yeah. Display. Fixed time step. Okay. Okay, then we do stash pop. Then let's do the camera next. So that will be this one, this, and this. Anything else? Update state of view for every fixed time step. Update view for every fixed time step. Is that all, or was there more to this? There's another one. Updates. fixed time step. Okay, anything else? Let's see. Okay, we probably need to have, we have here, tweak decouples camera movement from render FPS. Okay, so that is tweak camera decouple scripted camera movement step movement time step from render updates. Okay, let's stash and see if it compiles on its own. Oops. Okay. Okay, that has compiled. Let's see if it runs. Okay, so we have 90 FPS playback, roundabout. Well, it's probably slower. Let me open this tool. So we get a frame counter. Okay, we're not quite at 90. How about we run it in release? And while it compiles, let's see what we should look into here. Reviews. I did not build or use any tools until just now. I can have a look, but I would put this into another pull request. For developer tools, a solution might be different, like a select directory dialog. When it detects that the current working directory is not okay. I may put a reply here. I think from what I saw, the tools use the exact same logic on their startup functions. If we we can make them behave the same, then that would be nice. I mean, refactor the code in a way that the code duplication for changing the working directory is, I mean, refactor the code in a way that the code duplication for changing the working is eliminated. Good. Let's install this guy. Okay, so logic is 30 and rendering is 90. And camera is moving well. Yeah, let's increase our logic tick rate. Logic timescale is 60. And so the camera is moving twice as fast. Is that right? Yes. Yes, that looks good. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, then we can submit this guy. Oh no, we already have it submitted. Decouple scripted camera movement time step from render update. Yes. Good. Next, we can do the views. So that refers to the views refer to this guy here. Where the update keeps running when the game is paused, right? So solo, you say mission, easy. Yeah. And then there comes a bike here. And we cannot pause. Yeah, now we can pause. Yeah, and there, as you can see, the wheels keep spinning, and this is what we will fix. And they're also spinning too fast. That's what we will fix when we decouple the drawable update, or I don't know what's called, the drawable update from the render updates. Good. Then I would say we do step view. Yeah, step view. I would say we take this guy. We take this guy. And we take this guy. Then we take this. Then we take that. Then we take this. And this. And this. Anything else? View, no. 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 Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so We should probably add some comment updates. Let me open this comment here. I think we can remove that. Instead, we add a comment to this guy here. And we say here, super hackers at tweak or at bug fix. It's a bug fix. 12/08/2025. Decouples. How do we describe it here? The drawbells update is no longer tied to the render updates. To the draw, but is advanced separately for every fixed time step. This ensures that things like vehicle wheels no longer spin too fast or keep spinning on game pause. The drawable update is no longer tied to the draw, but is advanced separately for every fixed time step. This ensures that things like vehicle wheels no longer things like vehicle wheels no longer spin too fast or keep spinning spin too fast, high frame rates, or keep spinning on game pause. Okay. Okay, did we forget anything here? Let me look through it once more. We can take this guy here. Take this guy. I would like to change this text here from render updates. From render updates. Maybe we call it draw, render updates. From draw, render updates. Okay, so that will be that. The draw update is not tagged to the draw, but is advanced separately for every fixed time step. This ensures that things like weaker wheels no longer spin too fast on high frame rates, or keep spinning on game pause. Okay, so that will be bug fix. Drawable. Bug fix. Rendering. Rendering, yeah. Decouple, drawable, updates, from render updates, drawable, time step, from render updates. Good, then we make a fix-up commit for this one, which had this text here, yeah. This here. Okay, next we do the camera shaker, I would say. Or well, the camera shaker. Zoom. W3D view, we should probably W3D view. Let me go to this function here. The camera shaker is no longer tied to the draw. The camera shaker is also no longer tied to the draw. The shake does sharp shakes on every time step, on every fixed time step, and has no linear interpolation during the render updates. And let's say is not intended to have linear interpolation during the render updates. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. I think we forgot something here, no? Or not? Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. So this is bug fix, camera shaker, decouple, camera shaker, time step from render updates. Okay, next. Next, There's just this one thing left here. Okay. We need to test this one more time here. Let me compile this. I made some yeah, with the else if here. I didn't test this yet. Okay, so I would like to see if the zoom still works correctly. Okay. And if I press both at the same time, it zooms out. Is that supposed to happen? I'm not sure. Maybe not. No, it's it behaves differently. Maybe I didn't do this correctly. Let me search for it. So I thought that okay, yeah, that doesn't make sense. Can we simplify this line here somehow? It's quite big, isn't it? Oof. How about we do, we could say const real zoom height equals 10 f times this. And then here we do minus zoom height and plus zoom height. And here then we do const real rotate angle is this here. Rotate angle, we do this. And then here we do minus this, and here plus this, see? And like that is a bit simpler to look at, I would say. Easier on the eyes. Okay, cool. Maybe you can do the same here. Here we take this guy, no, this one, and we put it here, zoom heights. Okay, let's test that. Good. So the zoom with the mouse wheel works. Okay, so rotate, stop. Yep. Okay, that works. And zoom in also works. Okay, let's change logic timescale to that. And render FPS to 90. And let's say, okay, it's nice and slow. Rotation, nice and slow. You can still rotate here. With a middle mouse button, you can also rotate faster. Okay, cool. Much appreciated. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's increase our logic update to 60. Now it should go double. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Yep, that looks good. And yeah, I think that's it. Okay, cool. Then we call this bug fix camera decouple decouple camera zoom and rotation time step from render updates. There we go. Okay, let's squash. Okay, so fix adequate frame rate. Bug fix FPS. How about we do them all? FPS. FPS, is that a good keyword? Probably. Frame rate cap. Fix inaccurate frame rate cap. Yeah, it's probably fine. Let's do the FPS as well. Tweak FPS. Let's do them all with FPS because they're all targeting the same kind of fix. Okay. Okay, decouple logic updates from render updates. Let's say a single player logic update from render updates. Single player. Let's say non-network. Decouple non-network logic update from render updates. Okay. There's one more thing that maybe would be nice. So we have a logic max render FPS. I wonder if we should rename these texts logic timescale FPS. Logic timescale. Logic timescale. That's probably fine. Logic timescale. Logic timescale FPS. Logic. We should probably explain what this does here. Clamp. Clamp. Clamp the value to max render FPS plus max render remainder. Clamp the value to clamp the value to the max render FPS value so that the next decrease would let's say seal the value to the max render FPS value plus some, so that the next value decrease would undercut the max render FPS at a step at the right step value. Is that understandable? Seal the value to the max render FPS value plus some. Seal the value to the max render FPS value plus a bit more, plus a bit, so that the next value decrease would undercut the max render FPS at the right step value, at the correct step value. The next FPS value decrease would undercut the max render FPS at the correct step value. Jesus Christ. Maybe add an example. FPS. Example, render FPS 72. Logic clamp sealed to 75, decreased to 70. Okay, let's test if that actually works correctly. So let's put a here. And so uncapped, logic timescale FPS uncapped. I see there's an error. What is the error? Here's the error. There we go, fixed. So uncapped actual 72, ratio 2.4. And now we go down with this FPS, go to 56. And now we press minus on on the logic FPS, which would mean we should end up on 55 now. And we are 55. Very good. And if we go up, then it says it's uncapped, and now we are at 56. Now if we go up, now the logic updates will follow suit and will be as fast as the render frame rate. So now it's 44, and now we should go down to 140. So we are 144 FPS, and now if we step down, we should be at 140, if I'm not mistaken. Now we are at 55, because that's the actual value that was last set. Is that reasonable? I think it would be better if we would say here, bool was enabled, false. And here we say was enabled true. And then we say here, maybe we say if not is enabled, then we set it to the max render FPS. Max render FPS. We can we set it to that. See the set set the value to the max render FPS value plus a bit when time scale is disabled. This ensures that the value does not begin at unexpected, does not re-enter from an unexpected value. That the timescale does not re-enable with an unexpected value. Let's say with a surprise value. Okay, I have no idea why it does a full recompile now. Jesus Christ, why? It's so weird. Sometimes it updates CMake and I didn't do anything. That's so weird. Good. So this one is for this one. No. Okay, let's test that. Okay, so if we set now the render FPS to 72, now if we decrease the logic FPS, then it should be at 70 now. Yes, perfect. Cool. And if we now go to 70, 80, and now we go to 80 uncapped, and now we go down to 60, and now if we press minus, we should be at decrease logic update, we should be at 55 now with the logic. There we go. Okay, and if we go up uncapped, and now we increase the FPS to 85, and now we press, let's go to 144, and now we press plus on the logic FPS, and we should still be at uncapped and 144. There we go. Very good. Very good. Okay, cool. Max render FPS to 30. Cool. This works very beautifully. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, I have nothing else to add here. I mean, of course, there can be more bugs, right? Left and right. But I think for now, this is probably good enough, I would say. Let's look at the camera shaker one more time. If we are happy with that. Let's increase the frame rate to 90. Oops. I appreciate when the worker is fast. Very professional. Okay. Okay, and let's shoot. Yeah, this looks good to me. Very nice camera shake. Very good. Very, very good. Okay, there's one more thing I would like to test, and that is if we launch the original game, original executable, I would like to see if the spinning wheel also on pause also happens in the original game. I expect it does. Yeah. You say easy. Yep. Yep. This cutscene is a good test for the spinning wheels. That's what the cutscene is good for. Otherwise, I don't care for it. Actually, I think this scene also has another bug. If you have widescreen... Oh, they don't spin, actually. Look at that. Huh. I thought they would. Huh. 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 That's interesting. Probably because of this time freeze thing, yeah. Because previously there was... here, this code. There's the stuff here with the frozen time here. Here. This game paused. Yeah. Yeah. Sync time. But this is all commented out here. Ah, no, here is sync time. I have no idea how this works here. I have no idea how it previously works. Why was this paused then? Because this one would be true. Yeah, and then the sync time would not update. Yeah, but okay. So let's go to let's open a network match. Let's actually do that in... Let's go to main branch. Pausing the game does not disable minimap scrolling in single player mode. Disallow any camera manipulation during single player. What? Zooming isn't allowed. Keyboard scrolling, mouse scrolling isn't allowed. What? That's new to me. Okay, so basically I would like to see in the network match let's take a GLA. Oh, that's a long loading here. Jesus. What is it loading? What is this? Good. So that is that. And then we do that. That doesn't work. Okay. We have to wait 5 minutes now. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, that's not good. Let's get some scorpion tanks here. And with some, I mean 9. Okay, let's shoot with these guys. Yeah. The camera shaking is pretty much not visible with the high frame rates. Okay, the other thing. What else did we decouple? Drawable time step. Yeah. I'm curious why we had this scenario where the wheels would update when the game was paused. I don't yet understand why this happened then in the first place. It doesn't happen in retail. But it happened here. Why? It was here in this update function. Yeah, so I would say, I mean, I'm not sure if this was ever any bug in the game. To me, it looks like things run with normal speeds here. I don't know if there's anything where some update is too fast or so. Is time frozen? It probably happened because of this here. No, didn't. Maybe, I don't know. Great mystery. Let clients spin faster network games, but still do effects at the same pace. Spin fast. Is this still needed then? Maybe it's no longer needed. Okay, let me shoot the Scud Storm here and take a look at the camera shake. That's a very sad shake. Yeah. Okay, so that's certainly a user-facing issue. Camera speed as well. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not so sure about this one here. It seems to be also just a tweak. So I will revert. I will revert this one here. Oh shit, what did I do? I have no idea what I just did there. Oops. Well, main is suddenly advanced. That's not right. Oops. Okay, that's more like it. Okay, so tweak. Good. So then here I will revert this again. So this is not a bug fix, but a tweak. I'll draw. Okay, and then yeah, so I would like to know if I think the function is called draw. Or updates. Updates. Oh. We should probably rename this here. To the render updates. Drawable. Oof. Render updates. Oh boy. Ugh. Oof. Okay, I have no idea what's going on here. Why this is suddenly so broken. Ugh. Adjacent conflicts, so annoying. Okay, did we fix it correctly though? This looks okay. Looks also okay. Okay, so the update, it has this, where is it? Updates. No? Oh, it was draw, was it? Draw. No. No. Display. Display. Step. Draw. Okay, so here I'm curious, is this freeze time shit still necessary? This here. Let's comment this out and see what happens in the network game. So if we go to network. Freeze time. I will leave it. I'm not sure what this is about. I will not touch this. No. No. I will not touch this. Too dangerous. Good. Okay, then let me push this. Okay. Okay, so that is gen ZH rendering major bug enhancement merge with rebase to do replicate in generals. Merge with rebase. This change changes several commits to fix and improve several aspects in regards to frame time and logic time steps to render. Regards to the render frame time in relation to the logic time step. One. The frame limiter. The frame limiter is re-implemented with high accuracy counter for accurate FPS capping. 2. The non-network logic update is decoupled from the render updates. The WW3D sync is decoupled from the render updates. 4, the scripted camera movements is decoupled from the render updates. Let's say the scripted camera movement time step is decoupled from the render update. The drawable time step is decoupled from the render updates. And the camera shaker time step is decoupled from the render updates. And the camera zoom and rotation time step is decoupled from the render updates. Maybe we should say it's re-implemented. The following systems are now decoupled from the render updates. Non-network logic updates. It's really sync. Scripted camera movement time step. Drawable time step. Camera shaker time step. Camera zoom and rotation time step. There are way more things that could be decoupled, but I think, but for starters, this is good enough. Good enough and perfectly usable. To control the logic time step and render FPS, the following key mappings are added. The following default key mappings are added. Control plus numpad plus numpad minus and control plus shift, maybe put shift first, shift plus control plus numpad plus. Let's say a key mapping action. Okay, so this does increase max render FPS, decrease max render FPS, GPS, FPS, increase logic, the logic timescale FPS, and render FPS. Timescale FPS. Decrease. Note that changes to FPS are currently not saved to options.ini, and the game still applies its custom, which are currently not saved. It still applies its frame rate adjustments across all its frame rate adjustments in Skirmish, campaign, and similar. By default, the game behaves as originally. Increase by 5. Okay, this changes several commits to fix and improve several aspects in regards to the render frame time in relation to the logic time step. The frame limiter is re-implemented with high accuracy counter for accurate FPS capping. Has been re-implemented with a high accuracy counter for more accurate FPS capping. I think we actually have an issue for that. Frame rates. No, we don't. Frame rates cap. FPS. Oh, we have a task here. Relates to, oh Jesus, what is this number here? resolves. This appears to be good enough and usable. Changes to the FPS are currently not saved. 2 options and the game still applies its frame rate adjustments. Skirmish and similar as usual. And this feature is entirely opt-in with the key mappings. Is currently entirely opt-in with the key mappings. Okay, so this is tweak FPS, decouple logic, time step from render updates. This is important features. Okay. Okay, I hope it also compiles without surprises. That would be great. Yeah. Okay, well, I hope so good. Okay. Good. What is this? It would be nice if project had plan regarding the release dates. In 2038, we plan to release or some release assigned issue to it. What is this? Minimap scrolling is possible when you select a location on the map. The camera will instantly jump to the selected location. This is only possible when the player has radar and isn't low power. When pausing the game in single player, all camera manipulation, zooming, rotating, scrolling are disabled, except minimap scrolling. I do not think that is an issue. Actually, you mean when pressing escape to pause? I think UI is not disabled then. GUI minor. Okay. Oof, something went wrong here. What? Files changed. It's 3800. What happened here? um, um, This reviewer now claims to have touched 3,800 files. No, that seems a bit excessive. Yeah. Oof. Oof. Okay. Water animations don't freeze on pause screen or when time is frozen. It's another thing that needs to be decoupled from rendering. Good. Did our push, did it compile successfully? Oh, it did not. Oof. Oof. What has failed? VC6. Uh-oh. Let's fix that. Oh. Oh. Ah. Uh-huh. Looks like World Builder wants some fixing there. Placeholder view. Let me enable World Builder. RTS World Builder tools. Okay. Everything is failing. Well, except generals. That has passed. The one we didn't touch. We've got some ice here. Yeah. Okay. Placeholder view. Burgos tactical view. Okay. Update view. What are we missing there? We're missing a step view. Step view. Virtual voids step view. Okay, let's see if that compiles. It does. Okay. So that is for this one here. Step view. Okay. Force push and fixed. Okay, cool. Then I think I will end it here. Yeah, it has been 2 hours, 10 minutes. Okay, so the decoupling for now is good to go, I would say. There's probably more to do. I think next step would be to think about how we can prevent the game from overriding the frame rate on its own. Right, so right now, when you start a campaign, it will set the frame rate to 30 or 20 when there's a cutscene. And when you're on the shell map, you have 30 FPS, right? So a single player sets the frame rate pretty low. In skirmish, you can set it to unlimited, but then you have this coupling with a fast logic updates. So maybe we can like loosen this up, yeah. That the frame rate is never controlled. Yeah. Yeah. And the logic step also doesn't need to be controlled, right? Can just remain at 30. Yeah. We have to test this. Good. Then let's see if it still fails. Hopefully it will be okay now. Frame rate limit. How big is this class? Large integers. This is 16 bytes. Maybe it doesn't make much sense to do this here. Maybe just put it on the stack. Well, it's 4 bytes. This here. That's very fine. Good. Then Then I will end it here. I wish you a great day or night. Until next time, goodbye.